Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Book Club Preview. I'm Michael, and today we're looking at Chapter 50, Jason. And this chapter is where things just get exciting. First off, Keon starts to try to throw like a spear at Leo, and Leo just uses his fire to block it. That might have been at the end of the last chapter, but Leo's just using his fire to fight Keon, and the werewolves are coming, and the Earthborn are coming, and the Storm Spirits are coming, and people are just battling, and Jason is fighting and battling, and all he has is a piece of wood, and somehow he kind of swings around and gets on one of the Storm Spirits. And the Storm Spirit it's a horse, and it's just running around, and Jason, the Storm Spirit is trying to turn into just air, but Jason is using all his power to and his kind of magic to say, no, stay this horse, stay physical. And then he just starts to battle the Storm Spirit like that. Finally, he kind of gets this hint that wherever the Storm Spirit runs, there's this little tempest, and Jason kind of asks like, tempest, and the horse is like, what? And Jason's like, oh, is your name Tempest? And then the horse starts to relax, and the horse actually kind of says, oh wow, I will let you be my owner in a way. And so then Jason and Tempest, they start battling all of the other Storm Spirits, and they just crash through them, and they're hitting wolves, and they're just fighting. And as Jason is just fighting all of these bad guys on top of this horse, he kind of looks over at Piper, and Piper is like just with power, looks so beautiful, and she's just talking to the Earthborn, and the Earthborn like, and then she gets close, and then she goes and stabs them with her sword, and then they fall apart. And then there's another one, and she's like, hi, Mr. Earthborn, you don't want to hurt me. And the Earthborn is like, and then she kills that one. And Piper's just being crazy, and Leo's just like with fire running at Keon and just being like, and they're battling, and Jason's just like, whoa, this team is awesome. He's just so excited. But they can't get Hera out because they're battling. Finally, everyone disappears, and they kind of win the battle. Keon just kind of turns into snow and disappears. They go back down to Hera's cage, and Leo gets like a chainsaw, and he's trying to cut the vines, and Piper is telling the vines, shh, go to sleep, relax, shh. And so Piper's using her voice to make the vines relax, and Leo's trying to cut them while it's happening. While they're trying to open up this cage, the kind of cocoon, or the bag that Papyron is in, opens, and it just opens up, and Pyron Pyron, he's like, I'm alive, and Jason and everyone's just like, oh, what are we gonna do? And this guy is huge. We thought Claudius was bad. This guy's bigger, stronger, more powerful. And Jason just feels like this danger. He says that he feels like there's gravity to him, like Jason just wants to go and just pulls. He's just so powerful and heavy that he just pulls you towards him just by his presence. Jason's not doing anything, so he's like, all right, look, you guys do this, I'm gonna stop this guy. Which is pretty crazy. So Jason goes over there and he's like, hey, come on, fight me, I'm the son of Jupiter. And Papyron kind of laughs and is like, oh, okay, we're gonna start by boasting just like the old days. And Papyron is like, I am the son of Gaia, the son of Tartarus, I am the god killer, and he's just listing all these things. And then Jason starts to boast and says, I am the son of Jupiter, and I killed this guy, and I did this battle, and I did this, and I did this. And he's like, and I'm gonna take you down. And then Jason just runs, and he kind of uses his air power to kind of shoot him. And he jumps on Papyron's knee, and then he starts climbing up his body, and he's on his shoulder, and Papyron's like trying to get him off. And then he grabs a sword from his the giant's hair. And then he takes the sword, and this is pretty crazy, and he just shoves it in the giant's ear. And then when he does that, a lightning bolt goes poof, and Jason kind of flings back. And then there's like kind of a burnt mark on the guy's face, and his ear is kind of cut in half, and the sword's in there, and it's crazy. And Papyron doesn't care. He says, I was made to kill Zeus. Lightning doesn't bother me, and I know how to kill you. And he has a spear, and he's just about ready to kill him. They're like, there's nothing we can do, we're done. Right at that moment, Leo cuts through Hera's cage, and the whole cage just kind of opens up and falls apart. And Hera, she has this black robe. She throws off this black robe, and she has white underneath, and she starts to grow, and she's wearing this beautiful crown, and she's like, now I will have my revenge. And when this happens, Papyron just disappears. He falls straight down into the earth. The Earthborn and the werewolves and the storm spirits, they don't get a runaway. And she says, close your eyes. It just goes, and just this light just destroys all of the enemies. Jason didn't have time to close his eyes, so he just sees this happen, and his eyes are like, oh, and he feels blind, and he feels like he's on fire. And Piper kind of comes and tells him something we don't know. And that is how the chapter ends. Vocabulary. The first word is pirouette, and that's like a spinning move. So he somehow grabs the horse, and it kind of spins to get on top of it. It's like a ballet or gymnast kind of move, or fighting move. Next one is a ball peen hammer, and this is the hammer with a rounded part on the hammer. I don't know what that hammer's for. Maybe like hitting metal or something to make it straight. But this is the hammer that that Leo pulls out. Slugged off. This is like, if you think about snow on a house, and it kind of just this kind of that feeling. It just kind of slides and falls off in a clump. And then the last one is whisked. Leo, he needs power for the chainsaw, and he takes the power cable and he sticks it in the horse Tempest, and it is a When Leo offers the plug-in, it just goes, it just gets whisked away like a quick movement, usually like with wind or something. And for our discussion question, I want to ask you, if you were Jason, okay, and you just saw Porphyron, and you had to fight him, what would you do? We had the same question when we're looking at in Claudius, but this is a little bit different example. He's bigger, he's larger, and there's nothing you can do. You have to do something to stop this guy. How would you best fight this giant? And then, of course, please make your own discussion question. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. Bye-bye. Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.